Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer. For those who are new, welcome. And for those who are back, welcome back y'all. I appreciate you guys being here today. We talk a lot about luxury beauty here. I just love it. We just love it. We love it. Today will be no different. We're going to be talking about a new foundation. I invite you to subscribe if you love luxury beauty too. It's our little happy place over here. And today we are going to be talking about the new Cle de Peau foundation, y'all. This is in medium ochre. It is their Radiant Fluid Foundation Matte. It is in the shade 030 medium ochre. This bottle, let's just hop right into it, shall we? This bottle is absolutely stunning, you guys. It has this kind of frosted packaging with the gold and the navy, just absolutely gorgeous. I just absolutely love it. I love this. It comes with a pump. You have to shake this in order to use it. I want to tell you a few claims about this foundation and the price. The price is probably the craziest thing about this foundation. It's $130. I know. They say there's skincare benefits in it, but $130 worth of skincare benefits? I don't know. We'll see. So let me tell you a little bit about this. Its shelf life, it has an expiration date of 2022, so that's about 18 months to 2 years. It also has 35 mLs within this. Standard size is approximately 30, so about standard size, maybe a few. You get a little bit extra for $130. But with this, the description of it is quite interesting to me, and this what kind of piqued my interest about this foundation. The reason being, it's a soft matte finish, but it has the word radiant. Now for me, being a dry skin girl, I steer clear of the word matte. Matte kind of scares me a lot of ways. I've tried them before, you guys. They look so bad on me, honestly. I will pack on the moisturizer and then go in with a matte and it still looks bad. So for me personally, matte is something I'm always kind of weary of, always kind of like, is it really gonna work for me? But it had the word radiant in it. So I was like, this kind of sounds like an oxymoron, like radiant and matte in the same description. I don't know. I thought that's kind of what really made me want to try this, in all honesty. Because how can it be radiant and matte at the same time? Right? It combines the matte liquid foundation with a radiant finish with long-term skincare benefits to smooth and refine skin while minimizing the appearance of visible pores. That's what it says it's supposed to do. It achieves soft focused skin in an instant. No filter needed. Okay. Harnesses the power of light to create visible radiance at the skin's surface while refining pores and smoothing imperfections. Now, interestingly enough, it's supposed to give hydration for 8 hours, diminish the visibility of pores after 2 weeks. It sounds like there's a skincare technology benefit in here that they don't really go into a lot about on the website to help with the skin texture. It's supposed to provide comfortable 24-hour wear that resists creasing and dullness. I'm not going to wear this for 24 hours. I haven't tried it for 24 hours, you guys. I mean, there was no need to. So for me, for about like 10 hours or so, I would say is the length that I've worn this foundation. I will say it does wear pretty long. I mean, it is pretty long wearing, you guys. I actually have my whole face done already and it is on, but I want to show you what it looks like applied, as well as what you can see it doing as I'm applying it. When I wait a few minutes, we check back in, you guys are going to see it, and then we'll kind of wrap up and kind of show you what it looks like with a full face. I have been trying this out for a while. I've tried it out with a lot of moisturizer, with not a lot of moisturizer, with the sunscreen, without a sunscreen. There are things that I have tried with this foundation, and I tried it with different brushes, with different techniques. I don't use sponges, so I did not try it with a sponge because personally I don't even have one because I don't use them. Personally, they're not like my favorite way to apply foundation. That being said, let's try it on together. Okay, y'all, let's try this on. I have been trying this out. My bottle, I need to wipe off, but you know what? It is well loved and well used. I've been trying this out in 030. I have tried this with sunscreen, without sunscreen, with a lot of moisturizer, without a lot of moisturizer. I have tried it with a brush, with my fingers. I have my thoughts. I will put it on with a brush to kind of just show you what this looks like on. And I'm just gonna grab my mirror here, and you can see it applies very well with a brush. Not streaky at all. I personally am not a person that uses a beauty blender. For me, I can never get the beauty blender to work for me, in all honesty. I find that this works best for me with a lot of moisturizer. A lot of moisturizer for me, because I do have a dry skin type, and it says radiant matte. But for me, if anything says matte in it, I'm always kind of like, no, I cannot even try it. I know I should not be that way, but I don't know. There's so many products on the market nowadays that I feel like I kind of have an idea of what my skin can or can't take, if that makes sense, or what will or will not look good on my skin type. A very matte or very heavy foundation for me does not look, it doesn't look good on me. It really doesn't. I don't know, it just tends to cling to my dry patches, it clings to my skin, it wears off weirdly, just not good. It's not a good look for me, y'all. But I will say this applied super easily. I did about 1.5 pumps, and I will say I got a good medium coverage from this. I'm using a BK Beauty 105 brush here. That is the brush I'm using. I really am enjoying BK Beauty brushes. I think they are nicely made, really soft, really nice. The 030. Now the 030 works well for me. I had to reach out to Cle de Peau because I was not sure. I'd never tried their products before except the concealer, the stick concealer in almond, which I actually love. I do think it's a heavier consistency concealer, so I don't necessarily wear it under my eyes, but I'll conceal bumps, things like that. With this foundation, I feel like it covers my pores nicely. It covers any imperfections pretty well. It's not going to fully cover though. You can see it kind of gives this matte radiant finish, which is so weird, really weird to describe any type of foundation. Personally, I feel like that. Radiant Fluid Foundation Matte. I don't know, do y'all think the same way? I'm like, is it radiant or is it matte? But I kind of see where they're going with this because it is radiant, but it's not radiant to the point where it's like super dewy, super crazy glowy or anything like that. It's just a nice natural glow. And maybe what they meant by this is saying, hey, you're going to get a really pretty natural look from this, but it's not going to be too matte, but it's not going to be too glowy, but you're still going to have radiant skin, but in a kind of matte way. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out myself, but I do think that it is beautiful on the skin. Definitely different than a matte foundation. I would not necessarily say this is a matte foundation. I would say it's a natural foundation. Very natural. I personally like the way it applies with a brush. I've tried with my fingers and with a brush. I like both ways, honestly. The brush is really easy and it just goes on very smoothly. It covers imperfections nicely. It covers pores nicely. It's not emphasizing my pores too much or anything like that. And I will say it is a good medium finish. You could totally build this up to full coverage. This is actually probably a little bit more than medium for me. Now, this is an expensive foundation, y'all. I do think it's really pricey. Do I think that this is better than a kind of normal luxury price range, which is, I mean, a normal price range in a luxury category foundation is probably somewhere $40 to $70 depending on the brand and things like that. I mean, 70 is really high comparatively speaking. Even so, Chanel I think was 60 some dollars. So this is double the price of that. Like more than double the price of that, I think. Yeah. Is it better than that one? No, I don't think so. Honestly, I think it's gorgeous. I think it's beautiful. All right, y'all, I just gave it a few minutes to let it dry down just a bit, and you can tell that it has kind of dried down some. And the dry down is definitely a bit, it oxidized a little bit. It does oxidize. And the dry down is a little bit, it's still radiant when you turn your cheek and stuff, but you can definitely see that I'm wearing makeup. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and we'll be right back. Okay guys, I hope that this was helpful for y'all, that you were able to see it slightly oxidize as I waited a few minutes between the application, how it dried down, because the dry down is very different from when you apply it. I felt like it was more moisturizing, more radiant when I first applied it. The dry down is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's really pretty, but I do see the matte and radiant descriptors and how that can apply to this foundation, because I do feel like it's still really radiant. I would call this more of a natural foundation. It's almost like twisting those words around and getting natural. You know what I mean? Like, it's a natural looking foundation. Yes, you're gonna have kind of this really pretty radiant finish, but it's not gonna be so radiant where you're like super dewy and glossy, all the things. I did not really realize that this foundation had a stipulation on the 2-week mark for reducing pores. I have not tried that yet, so I can't speak to that claim. I will say that my skin looks really nice. I can still see pores because it does look like I have some makeup on. Honestly, it's not bad. It's not accentuated. It's my skin. That's kind of normal. She's wearing makeup, look, you know, it looks natural that I am wearing the makeup, but it does still look like she's got some makeup on, you know, like if you looked really closely, you could tell, oh yeah, she does have a little bit of makeup on here and there. With that being said, do I think that it's worth $130? Without being able to claim skincare benefits or anything like that, or testing that particular piece because I was not aware of that, no. I mean, it's gorgeous. The packaging's just lovely. It's got just incredible packaging. It's real heavy, frost-like glass, very beautiful. But would I say that it is just worth the $130 price tag compared to other high-end luxury foundations that I've tried? No, but it's beautiful. If it's something that you are interested in or wanting kind of more of that natural radiant finish, it's really nice. I'll continue to use it. I will try out that 2-week claim and get back to you. I'm always on Instagram stories and I like to update you on things like that there. I do a lot of get ready with me's on my stories so that you guys can see it in action too. We'll try it on. We'll use it for 2 weeks and see. And maybe I'll come back here and give you an update so that you are able to see that as well. What do y'all think about that below? If it really does have that skincare benefit claim, and does it reduce the pores? Maybe I'll do it for before and after. What do we think? Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching. You guys don't know how much it means to me. I really am thoroughly so excited that you guys are here. All your shares, likes, comments. I love chatting with you in the comments below. Helps me out as a content creator whenever you like, subscribe, comment, share. Y'all have no idea how much I appreciate you. Thank y'all for watching. Let me know your thoughts about trying this out for 2 weeks. Although I have tested this out thoroughly, I did not test it out for a 2-week period straight. So let me know your thoughts about that down below, what you think, if that's something that you would like to see from me. Thank you guys again. I will put my latest video right here and I'll see y'all over there. Bye y'all.